What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Toy Addict 17, and on today's review we're going to be taking a look at the DC Multiverse Superman Unchained figure by McFarlane Toys. Figure already looks pretty cool in the packaging, so with that being said, let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, we have a nice window casing showcasing the figure and all his accessories. At the bottom we have the DC Multiverse logo with Superman print on the bottom. On the side we have the text that says Superman Unchained. In the back, we have a nice image of Superman with his Unchained armor from the Superman Unchained comic. And in the bottom, if you want to pause the video, you can see a picture of each of the figures on this line. We have Superman from Superman 1000, or Action Comics 1000. We have Batman from the Batman animated series. We have Green Lantern from the Justice League animated series. We have Harley Quinn from Birds of Prey. And we have Harley Quinn from the comic book, but if you look at the figure, it's really the Harley Quinn from the animated series, all right? So at the top, there's not really nothing there and nothing at the bottom. So with that being said, let's take a look at the figure. Okay, you guys, so here's Superman Unchained out of the packaging with all his accessories laid out. So let's take a quick look at the accessories. First, he comes with this trading card with the same image from the packaging. In the back, it says Superman up top. You have the same image there, and there's a quick bio if you want to read. All right. He also comes with this display stand that comes with all the other figures from this line. It's just a black plastic circle with a peg here so you can display them. And if you can see closely, it has the DC logo at the bottom. All right. And lastly, he comes with two wings you can port in his back, which I'll show you in a moment. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at the figure. As you can see, move it up closer, you guys can see. Adjust this camera a little. So there's really nice sculpting in this figure. I took a lot of photos just to make sure, and I'm gonna try to show you every single detail. I mean, forgive me if I miss any, but there's a nice figure. And the thing that pops the most about this figure is the vibrant colors, the nice metallic blue with the red and this nice silver paint right here for the helmet. Pops really well. This is definitely an eye candy figure for all those collectors that are big on, you know, paint apps. And that's one thing about these McFarlane toys that they gotten right, is definitely the paint apps. There is no smudges or anything on this figure that I've seen so far. But as you can see, nice silver paint right here on the helmet. And then it has some of the metallic blue and some of the metallic red here. The eyes are painted like it's like a yellowish color. And now that I see it, there's like a bit of a smudge here, but that's not that bad. Has a nice little matted black in the middle. All right, moving on. Nice shoulder pads. It kind of look like his cape, but I don't know. I haven't read the book, so I may have to go back and read to find out what all this is about. But yeah, these are all sculpted in. Really nice. Nice metallic red. The Superman shield is kind of my favorite thing of this figure because it just pops really well with the metallic red, and as you can see, the just the black inside, and then with this metallic blue it captures your eyes really nicely. Nice sculpting in the arms. Move that closer. Nice matted black right here. And all this right here. Same thing on the other side. Nice sculpting. Let's take a look at the back of the figure. You see the two holes where you can port the wings on. You see all this detail running down with the black and the metallic blue. You see the belt looks pretty awesome. See the back, all this sculpting right here. You see this glossy black they put here as well, where they kind of like go back and forth with just the plain black and then the glossy black. It looks really cool. All right, let me move his hand a little so you can see this side. Pretty awesome. Belt is nice and sculpted as well. You see the diamond logo for the Superman. All right, it's moving up. Nice little sculpt here. All right. Boots look pretty cool as well. The knee pads. These boots look awesome as well. Nice and sculpted. And if you notice in the back, on this part right here, it's not just black, but it also has these little ridges. They're also sculpted in there pretty nicely. And then the boots. Pretty dope. Doesn't have any threads at the bottom of the feet, but he does have peg holes. And yeah, that's pretty awesome. I mean, as far as, you know, the paint apps and the sculpt, this thing is definitely a 10 for me. It's really, really nice looking. It's definitely one of the good ones from this line, from what I've seen so far. I mean, I haven't reviewed the Batman yet, but it's definitely a nice figure. All right, guys. So with that being said, let's move on to the articulation. Before we start the articulation, I wanted to show you really quick on how to put these wings on. So you have your wings, and like I said, you have these 2 holes where you could port these little pegs in, and they go in pretty smoothly. You may have to use a hair dryer to kind of like soften the plastic up a little bit. I mean, because it could be a bit stiff going in, but mine works perfectly fine. So yeah, and here he is. Here's Superman with his wings. Looks pretty awesome. I will say they do put a little weight onto the figure where it kind of like falls back. You know, it's a little top heavy for the figure, but overall it looks pretty awesome. It's definitely a really cool interpretation of the character. Yeah, so these wings, they do move up and they do move down, and you could, you know, move them around side to side, and then you could, you know, upside down, you know, turn them around like this. So you can position them any way where, you know, you could have him with his wings down, or, you know, whatever. You could pose him like he's about to take off or fly or whatever on these things. I mean, Superman already flies. I don't see why he would need wings. So that's kind of silly to me. But overall, it looks pretty dope. And yeah. All right, guys, let's move on to the articulation. Okay, you guys, so let's start with the articulation. We're going to start with the head. So he can move, well, not really. He can't move at all up. As you can see, his head doesn't move up at all. It does move down a bit, which is pretty cool. His head goes side to side, but if you notice you notice that when I move it to the side, it kind of tries to go back into place. So it doesn't stay like looking to the side. It just like, it moves. You just notice? It's kind of weird. And that pretty sucks. So it's kind of like hindered there. I don't know if it's just the plastic or something, but it kind of hinders the articulation for the neck. So that's a bit of a bummer. Yeah, so that's for the head. All right. It does have butterfly joints, which move side to side here. And you can like shift them around a bit. Like you can go circular motion with them, which are pretty nice. When I do it on this side, though, it kind of gives me this gap. I don't know if everybody else's figures do that, but this one, if you see, it gives me that gap there. But I mean, with all these, you know, shoulder things, it kind of covers it, so it's not that bad. All right. So next, he does have a bicep swivel, but it's a bit stiff on mine. Again, if you get a hair dryer, you probably could loosen those joints up a bit. But he does have one. All right. Can't really show you, but he does have one again. All right. He has single jointed elbows. They're moving that far. All right. His wrists move side to side, and they do go up and down. All right. All right. Next, he has a diaphragm joint. You can move it around. You can tilt to the side. All right. It doesn't move up, not that much, and not far back at all neither. All right. He does have a waist swivel right here. It does tilt, and then can move up a lot, and then move back far as well. All right. His hip joints move out pretty far. He does the Van Damme, Jean-Claude Van Damme split. That's pretty good. All right. His legs do move up a lot. And you can't move the legs back not that far, but they do move back. All right. He doesn't have a upper thigh cut, or upper thigh swivel. He does have double jointed knees. All right. He doesn't have any calf rotation. His ankles, move this closer, his ankles do move up pretty far. And they move, okay to the bottom, down a little. They do go side to side. They do move side to side, as you can see. And there is, no ankle pivot on this figure. I mean, mainly because of these boots and the sculpt and the way it is kind of hinders the ankle pivot. And he does have toe articulation. Okay, you guys, so that's my review of the Superman Unchained figure by McFarlane Toys. And again, this is an amazing figure. The sculpting and the paint apps are amazing on this figure. It looks really, really nice. I have some complaints about it. Mainly, the articulation is a bit limited in certain spots. With the neck, you can't really move side to side. It doesn't stay in place. It just wants to go back. Also, there's no ankle pivot, and my bicep swivel was a bit stiff on this figure. Also, these wings are pretty cool, but they put a lot of weight on the figure where it kind of likes to tilt and falls over. Also, the base is too small. I wish they had a bigger base for this figure. And lastly, if you guys look at this image of Superman, there's two things. If you notice, it's not comic book accurate. If you look up close, let me see if I could zoom in a little. It's not showing. Well, anyways, it has like these red stripes on where the matted part is. So in a way, it's not comic book accurate, but I'm not going to complain because it still looks cool. Also, he has accessories. Well, I mean, he should have accessories because in this photo, he has a knife and like some sort of a shield. And we didn't get this with this figure. So it was kind of strange that they didn't put accessories for him. It would have been nice. And lastly, he has trigger fingers. I don't know why. Superman doesn't carry a gun. But a lot of these figures have that. My other Superman from Action Comics 1000 does have those same fingers. And it's kind of weird to me. But again, overall, McFarlane Toys did a fantastic job with this figure. It's really awesome. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll put more content out for you guys. Comment also. Let me know what you think of the figure. Let me know what you think of this video. And I'll see you guys later. Stay safe.